Let me just say, this was the absolute ride from hell. Guys, this ride was insane. It was worse than my first ride with her. I don't know what's wrong with her. Some major things happen in my opinion, and we're going to talk about this. So if I want you to notice off the bat, there's a lot of active tail. Right here, she kind of trips and goes down, and I thought that was just the deep snow, so I just kind of bump her back up because I don't want her trying to lay down with me. And just bumping her up, she's swishing that tail, she's kind of fighting me a bit. I did take her through the deep snow quite a few minutes in a row, like 4 or 5 minutes here, 4 or 5 minutes there, but then we went over to the area where I've been working her and rode there just because she was having some trouble really keeping a consistent pace through the deep stuff. It was like too hard for her with a rider. So I just like, okay, we'll go over here. And you can see she's riding nice, and she's got a beautiful turn here. And then the issues are going to start. So trotting took a lot. I was trying not to kick, didn't have spurs on. I was squeezing, kissing, and then kicking, squeezing, and kissing, just trying to get her to trot. And I just kept doing that pattern. Didn't have any spanker or anything, and got her to go a little bit. And then when she did finally go, since it took so long, I stopped and let her rest to let her know, hey, good job. So here I'm trying to get her to back up with a nice low head. She's fighting, she's fighting. There, she's starting to lower a little bit, and there. But then she got a little heavy, so I bumped her. So right here, she's trying to flex herself, and I just want her head straight. So I'm just kind of correcting her a little bit there. Asking her to move here. And I'm turning her with my arm wide because I know that's not her best side to turn on. So I'm trying to help her out a little bit. Just getting her to go nice here and stop. And loving on her, telling her good girl. And so we're trotting here, and she kind of spooked at some snow falling, which I'm actually really happy with that spook because she kind of just jumped a little and stopped in her tracks, and I was able to flex her and then walk right off. The ride wasn't all horrible. It was about a 36-minute ride, including with what I have to get off and do. But the majority of it was great, except for a few things. So I'm practicing my turns here, just trying to get her to turn nicer on that one side. So here, I actually got a pretty cool spin on her. Oh, God. And asked her to stop and stand there. Now, I let her stand for literally a minute straight. And then here, I pick her up and just ask her to move over and start turning, and she just says, pretty much, screw you, I'm going down. I'm jerking on her, everything I can do to get her up, and she's not getting up. She pretty much just says, screw you, I don't want to try anymore. So when I go near her, you've seen she kind of goes to lay down more. So I just kind of popped her on the side of the neck, automatically grabbed the bit, backed her up. Wasn't going to pop her, but she kind of threw her face in mine. And the first thing I thought was, get her ass moving. Sorry for my language, but get her moving. Get her thinking this is harder. But you notice I'm not even touching her, and that tail is active. So again here, I'm kind of keeping my reins a little tighter. I'm actually not even asking her to turn. I'm just trying to get her to move off of my leg, and she's just turning on her own. But that tail is still really, really active, and I'm not liking that. Yeah, craziness happens. So right there, she kind of buckled herself, but I was able to get her out of it. And got her moving a little bit here. But you can just see the attitude. I don't know why. I don't have spurs on, don't have a spanker. I'm not kicking on her harsh. Got her a nice stop there and a turn. And some crazy things happen when I turn her loose too. But I didn't film that. So there you can see her kind of buckle again. So I just bumped her out of it. I just don't want her going down. Working on some turns. I'm trying to do anything I can to get her to pay attention. Right there, you can see her buckle and trying to lay down, and I'm able to kick her and bump her out of it. Don't want to be rough, but I'm also not going to get laid on for literally no reason because she doesn't want to do something. It's not okay. So here, I'm literally just stopped her and go to pet her, and look at this. Like, what the heck? Like, dude. So I will say that I got off and I lunged her, and I want to say walk, trot, canter. She was fine. She wasn't trying to lay down. Tail's active because I'm kind of bumping her to go because she was being lazy. But I will say when I turned her loose, when I was taking off the saddle, she was acting like she was going to lay down. She was lifting up her front legs. She was trying to lay down. So I thought, crap, maybe it's colic. Maybe she's not just being a turd. So as soon as I turned her loose, she like charged the grain bucket and pushed me out of the way and then came in my face and tried to kind of come at me. So I didn't feed her. It's about 5 o'clock. I'm going to go feed her when I'm done editing this. But the reason I didn't feed her is for two things. One, I don't know if she was colicking, and So I worked her till she was quiet. I don't know if she was colicking, and when I took off the saddle, it took away the pressure. Or two, I don't know, she was just kind of like, I don't want to do anything, so let me just try to get you off me. So I didn't want to feed her for those two reasons. So if I would have feed her as soon as I got off, she would learn I can do all this, and she's going to eventually get off and give up, and I'm going to get my food. And if it is colic and me taking off the saddle just relieve the pressure, you don't want to feed right after. So it's been about 2 hours, and I'll go feed soon. So here she kind of spooks at a turkey, gets her attention on a turkey. So I make sure to get her attention back on me, and I flex her a little bit, turn her around a little bit. And you can see her attention still there on the turkey, which is BS. She literally eats the hay with them. Then I decided, okay, this is enough. I'm getting off. And I worked her a little bit more. And here's what I want you to see. I'm just touching her flank with my hand to see if I'm like missing something. And look at this. So I'm just touching, and she's going to lift up her legs, swish her tail, move, flinch. She doesn't even want me looking at her area. I don't know. There's literally no cuts or anything there. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if there is going to be a riding video tomorrow. But look at this. I'm just touching her with my hand. Yeah, that happened.